What's going on, Sumolings? Thank you so much for joining us for another product walkthrough webinar. I am Lindsay, and today I am joined by the team over at Hexowatch. Hexowatch lets you effortlessly monitor competitor web pages for changes in visuals, keywords, source codes, prices, and more. It is starting at $98 for a lifetime deal right now on AppSumo. But before we dive into the walkthrough, I just want to tell y'all a few quick things. First, if you want to tell us a little bit about your use case, why you are interested in this tool, you can go ahead and do that over in the chat room. If you have any questions about the tool, the deal, how to get set up, go ahead and leave those questions in the Q&A box down below this video, and then we will circle back to those at the end of the walkthrough. And the last thing is that there will be a replay of this available. So if you need to step out, if you want to watch this again later, if you're falling asleep at night, you can do this as many times as you want. It'll be available shortly after we are done recording. All right, that is it for me. Hey, Chris, how are you doing?
Hi there, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm glad to have you here. I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to you for the walkthrough. Let me know when you're ready to take some questions.
Awesome, sounds good, thank you. So I'm just going to do a quick screen share so you can see my, my desktop. Right. So hi, I'm Chris. I'm the CMO and co-founder of Hexat Inc. So you may have heard from us previously. We were on AppSumo last year with Hexometer. Today we're talking about Hexowatch. So Hexowatch is a page change monitoring platform. And today I'm going to be walking you through some use cases and how you can use it in your business to save time and keep one step ahead of your market and competitors. So, quick thing before I get started. We just upgraded our UI last night. So if you log in today, the UI looks a little bit different than it did on the showcase video on AppSumo and some of the screenshots. So just bear that in mind. So anyways, here is the new UI that we've rolled out. So Hexowatch enables you to do a lot of stuff. So we have 9 different monitoring types. And let's go through some of these top level right now, and then we'll go through how to use them. So the visual monitor is really good if you want to check for visual changes on a page. So here, let's go through an example here. And I'll tell you how that can be really useful in your business. So let's say you want to check Hexometer as an example. And what we'll do is when you click preview, our servers fetch the page, and then you can do lots of cool stuff. You can choose to monitor that page for visual changes across the whole website, the whole web page, or you can select a specific section of the page. But that's not all. You may encounter situations, for example, when you have pop-ups, you may have elements on the page that you don't want to monitor. So what you can do in this instance is you can use our customs actions feature here. And here you can do some really cool stuff. You can click on any element of the page. You can type in stuff. So for example, if you have a password protected page, you can fill out your details, log in, and then monitor that page behind the password. You can add a delay. You can block certain elements from appearing on the monitored page. You can refresh or set cookies. So this is really cool for situations like, for example, you're monitoring a competitor's product page. They have a, say, a special offer pop-up that comes up. You can remove that and focus simply on, say, the area with the price, the area with the description, and then you can get notified whenever they make changes to their pages. The visual monitor has the ability to check a page as a different type of device than just a desktop. So you can check as a mobile device, a tablet, a desktop. This is really useful for agencies who manage website development builds, for example. You can use this before and after doing deployments. And you can see if, for example, the page looks different than it used to before. We find a lot of our clients find this really useful when they're updating their WordPress or WooCommerce websites. You tend to have updates every other week, so this can catch issues on key pages. So my recommendation is that if you have a website that gets frequent updates, deploy a visual monitor on your homepage, on some of your product pages, your blog, and it will literally let you know if something isn't right. Next up, let's see what else can we do. So we can choose how sensitive a check is. So for example, on some pages, you sometimes have little things which change. You're not that interested in that. So what you can say is, I'm only interested if there's a 10%, 30%, etc. change in that page. Depending on your scenario, you can choose to check pages every month. If it's a product page and you want to be really on the ball, you can check every day, every hour, even down to 5 minutes on our business plan. So it's really cool, I think, to be able to have the flexibility to choose, how frequently you want to check things. Then if you have our business or above plan, you can also choose from where we check pages. So some websites will geolocate elements on page. So for example, if you come from the US, you'll see prices in US dollars. If you go from the UK, you'll see them in pounds. So here you can choose to visit the page, say from the US, the EU, or Asia. Let's see, you've got different notification channels. So whether you use email, Slack, Telegram, Zapier, as well as webhooks. And also we recently, a few weeks back, integrated with Integrately, Pabbly Connect, as well as Zapier. So we cover a lot of integrations. Our plan is that we want you to be able to slice and dice the data. So right now, our integrations enable you to pass the alerts. In the future, we would love to be able to provide even more data through the webhooks. So then you can do really interesting stuff with that data. Then we've got custom scheduling, so you can set the start dates, end dates, start time, end time. So it's really granular. You can really design these monitors to suit your needs. So that's it. So you click start monitoring, and Hexowatch will check this page periodically depending on your frequency. And you get alerts as soon as we detect a change. Next up, let's see, HTML element monitor. This is a really cool one as well. So this is really good if you want to keep track of values on the page. So say you have some competitors which sell similar products. You can set an HTML element monitor on the prices of their key products. And as soon as we detect a change in price, you receive an alert either by email, Slack, all the different integrations that we have. This is ideal for tracking your own competitors, or if, say, you're an agency, you can use it to track your clients' competitors and adjust your ads, adjust your product pricing according to how the market works. You can also use this monitor. I'm just going to show you how it works. Here, you can also use this monitor to check on your suppliers, distributors. A common use case we have is if you have a set of suppliers that have limited stock on certain items, usually they provide a page where you can check sort of products and availability. If availability changes, you can be notified as soon as that happens. So you can then make changes in your on your website, put things out of stock, or use our integrations as well. So here, let me show you how the HTML element monitor works. So it's essentially like having your own little web browser, and you can essentially pick elements that you want to check for changes. You can use, say, our custom actions to perform things. So for example, here we're going to click, we're going to right click on our pricing page. And we're going to click actions. We're going to click that. So this is going to go to our pricing page. And with our visual monitor and HTML element monitor, you have these custom actions. So you can click different parts of the page, browse. Here, let's have a look. So say, for example, you wanted to monitor a price. You select the price. You can refine the selection. So if, for example, you're not interested with the you're not interested in checking the HTML, you can simply select the price here, and that will select the price. As soon as a change is detected, you get a notification. This is really ideal if you're not interested in getting notified when there are changes to, say, the design of the page, or there's new banners. You just want to know about the price. Let's go to another type of monitor, and let's say the keyword monitor. Now, keyword monitor is ideal if you want to be notified whether a keyword appears on the page or disappears from a page. So it works in two ways. If you already have a keyword on a page, Hexometer will tell you if it's no longer there. If a keyword isn't on a page, then it will let you know if it does appear. So use cases for this is monitoring, say, industry websites for your brand term. You can also use it to check pages for mentions of keywords like special offer, discount, promotion, out of stock, things which could be used in a tactical way if you're checking on a specific page. Again, you have similar options than our other monitors. You can choose how frequently you want to check a page. You can, again, pick some, oh yeah, there's one cool thing about a keyword monitor. You can have a Boolean logic. So you can say, I want to know if this keyword is here, but not that keyword. So I'll just show you how that works. So for example, let's go on AppSumo this time. And we're just going to run through a keyword monitor. So if, for example, I was checking the AppSumo website and I wanted to be notified as soon as their Black Friday deal came up, then I could check for the term, Black Friday. So here you can see AppSumo already have loads of Black Friday stuff. So let's type in Black Friday. And what we can say is notify me when there's no more Black Friday. And let's see, so there's no more Black Friday and there's no more Black Friday. So here we cover two cases. So if Black Friday and Black Friday attached are no longer on the page, then I'll get an alert. It means there's no more Black Friday promotions on AppSumo. Then your bank account will be safe. Next up, let's have a look at the technology monitor. Now, technology monitor is really useful for checking your own website in case different technologies go missing. So for example, when you have a website, you probably have a Google Analytics tracking code. probably have a Facebook pixel, you probably have a piece of script for your intercom or whatever chat app you use. Technology Monitor will check which third-party scripts you're using and what kind of technology your website uses, and let you know if there are any changes. So here, let's, for example, check AppSumo, and let's see what they're running. So this tool is useful if you're an agency, for example. You can use this on your clients. If your client one day removes or deletes a tracking code that's essential for your campaign, you'll get notified instantly. Here we can see that AppSumo are doing A/B split testing using Visual Website Optimizer. They're running engines. They've got Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, a Facebook Pixel. What we can do is we can get notified whenever there's any changes to these, or if a specific technology changes. So for example, we might be only interested in knowing if analytics goes missing. So here we can type in Google Analytics, and if Google Analytics goes missing from this stack, then you get a notification. So this is really good for clients, your own websites for peace of mind, as well as if you're prospecting, you can use this on your prospects' websites as soon as they add a new service. So for example, they start using intercom, or they start using a different type of analytics tool, you can get in touch, and it's a great icebreaker. You can say, oh, hi, I noticed that you recently started using X. You may be interested in using Y instead. Or we see that you recently started doing A/B split testing. Our agency has expertise doing this. How about we set up a meeting and we can discuss some ideas which might work well for your brand. So this can be used both as a icebreaker. It can be used in website teams to make sure that you're not missing any tracking. And it can also be used to keep an eye on what your competitors are using. So say a competitor starts using some new service on their website, well, you'll know straight away with this. Let's see. The HTML monitor is ideal if you're interested in what's happening behind the scenes on the HTML code. So if you're in SEO and you build backlinks for your brand or your clients, you can use this, for example, to monitor your backlink partners and check that they haven't modified your backlinks pointing back to your brand or back to your client. So you can basically say, look for this snippet of HTML, or if this link is no longer there, then you'll get a notification. Content monitoring is ideal if you really want to focus just on text being changed, visible text. So you don't care about HTML changes behind the scenes. You don't care about visual changes. You just want to know if content has been modified. So this is ideal if you're a merchant and you maybe have affiliates promoting your brand or service. You can use this to monitor, for example, reviews or articles about your brand. And as soon as something changes, then you can be notified. You can also use this to say you're interested in working with a specific brand. Well, you can use the content monitor to monitor maybe their news page or pages which might have content you're interested in tracking. Let's see. The availability monitor works. It's a basic uptime monitor. You can use it on a tactical level on your landing pages. So say you have 50 different landing pages, you can set up an availability monitor. As soon as a page goes down, you get a notification. We're planning on improving this so that it also supports API endpoints. So I think REST APIs, I think. So this will be really useful if you're a developer and need that kind of tracking. Next up, we have the domain whois monitor. Now, this is an interesting one we recently added. Let's see, let's check AppSumo again. This is, you can do lots of different things with this. You can use it if you're interested in snatching a domain that's about to expire. You can set a whois monitor on it. And as soon as it goes onto the open market and it's available to buy, then you'll get a notification. You can also use it to get a heads up if your domain name is about to expire, just so that you don't forget to renew it. And you can also use it for your clients. So if you handle website development and domains for your clients, this can provide a little bit of peace of mind in terms of you'll know that you're not going to miss a renewal for a client, because they might be the person responsible for it, but they might be busy and not see that the domain is about to expire. You can really provide some superior service with this by being able to say, oh, we just notified that your domain is about to expire in 7 days. We recommend, renewing. So this is really cool. So for agencies, for e-commerce stores, to make sure you don't lose your domains. And also if you are interested in a domain that's not available but might expire, this is great to be able to snatch it. And it's included in our suite of monitors. Next up, let's see, the last one, our automatic AI monitor. So this is ideal if you don't want to mess about with the settings. It will look for any types of changes across the visual, content, HTML, and technology monitors. So you can just set it on the page. The configuration is pretty minimal. And as you can see, and it will intelligently let you know when something changes that you should be aware of. So I personally prefer to go really granular and have specific types of monitors for specific use cases. But this is also super useful if either you don't know where to start, or you just want to monitor lots of different sites, and this covers all your bases. So this is really good for peace of mind. But you might get loads of different alerts because it will track for loads of different types of changes. Right, so I've covered the different monitors we have. I'm just going to show you how it looks like when you get an alert. So you get an idea of how it can help. So let's see, I'm just going to go on a monitor I set up earlier. And so today's Black Friday, you're probably doing loads of shopping today. Hexowatch can help you grab some awesome deals. So what I've done is I've set up a monitor on, say, Best Buy's website. On their homepage, they have a section called Black Friday Deals. Whenever a change is detected on our visual monitor, you get to see this nifty before and after view. And our AI detects the changes on the page. Now, we're working on improving the change highlighting. So right now we get this red overlay, but we're going to make it so that it's even more visible, so you can see changes. But here you can see what changed before and after, if a price change or if a product changed. It's really easy to see this. And all the changes get archived for up to 3 months. And I'm just going to show you how it looks when you have different changes. So here, let's have a look at this. Right, so here you get to see all your snapshots, all the changes are here. It tells you when the change was detected, the percentage of the change. If you find that you get false negatives, so sometimes a page might have a very small visual change, you can change the sensitivity. So you can make it say 10%, 20%, etc. Let's have a look at an example of a HTML element monitor, for example. Let's see. So HTML element monitor is ideal for price monitoring. You can also use it to monitor fields on a page. Essentially, you turn any page into your own data source. So here, let's have a look at this one. Let's see. Right, so here a price went from $99 to $79. We see this on our HTML element monitor. This is ideal if you want to get a heads up, if a product page changes. You can set these up on all your competitors' product pages that you're interested in. We're working on ways to bulk add multiple URLs. So at the moment, you're doing this on a page-by-page basis, but our roadmap has some nifty new features which will enable you to add a list of URLs and set a monitor for these. So it'll be really easy and quick to monitor multiple things. Let's see. We covered quite a bit so far. Let's have a look at maybe a technology monitor. To see how that looks in terms of changes. So let's have a look at Tech Radar. So I added Tech Radar a few days back, and they somehow managed to delete their Facebook pixel. So Hexowatch deleted that. They then fixed it a few hours later. But if you're an e-commerce store and you're using Google Analytics, you're using a Facebook pixel, losing your tracking means you're not going to get visibility for your sales. You won't know whether the traffic that you're buying is effective. So this is really good for e-commerce stores, for agencies doing PPC marketing or buying traffic. Let's see. So whenever you get changes, you get to see them on your events feed. We also calculate a rough idea of the productive time you've saved. So we, I think we calculate roughly 40 seconds or 50 seconds per check, which if you think about the loss of productive time, is probably way more. But this is just a rough indication. We find that before we would have team members check pages occasionally. The problem with competitor checking is that it usually happens on an ad hoc basis. You're usually too busy to do it, and when you do, you're kind of wasting time. With this, you can set it once, and it runs on autopilot and lets you know if something really needs your attention or not. So here you can find all your alerts. If you go on your monitored URLs, you get to see all the alerts, all the monitors that you have set up. You can organize them by tags. So for example, if you have different clients, you can tag them by client name, which makes it easy to show just the ones that you're interested in. Let's see, what else have I not covered? Yeah, I mean, we're on AppSumo, so you guys love roadmaps, right? What's next? So here's a quick look at our roadmap, which is linked on the AppSumo deal page. So in the last few months, we've added loads of new features, some new monitors, such as the Who Is monitor, this is just the beginning. So next up in our short-term roadmap, we are going to be adding some bulk monitoring features, so you can add multiple pages to monitor much more quickly. We're going to be adding a sitemap monitor. So this is really useful if you want to be notified if a website adds a new page, so say, for example, you have a competitor, they sell, different widgets. If you have a sitemap monitor, as soon as they add a product page or as soon as they add a blog post, you could be notified whenever that happens. So right now you can kind of do this by setting up an HTML monitor on their sitemap, but this will make it even easier. Next up, I think we're going to be doing a backlink monitor. So right now you can do this with our HTML monitor as well, but we're going to make it even easier. So if you're an agency and you're building links for your clients, it's going to be super easy to put all your backlink partners on this. And whenever they make changes, so for example, they change your link to a nofollow, or they remove your backlink, then you'll be notified as soon as that happens. So you can get in touch and say, oh, I noticed you made a few changes to your article, what's up? We're looking at improving our spreadsheet and Google Sheets exports. So this is going to be really useful for the HTML element monitor. So if you're monitoring prices on a page, you'll get a nice spreadsheet with all the different price changes. I think that's going to be a game changer. So these are some of the things that we're working on at the moment. We recently did a big UI update, and this is just the beginning. So yeah, I think I've covered most of the things I wanted to run through. I think we can, if you guys have any questions or use case or need ideas for use cases, I'd be happy to help.
Yeah, thank you so much for walking us through that. Sumo Links, if you have some more questions, you can go ahead and put those in the Q&A box now. You covered the roadmaps, you got that. You've mentioned that this would probably come up. Joe asks, they say they're curious, is there future plans on the roadmap to include social media pages? We talked about this before we went live. Can you go ahead and let them know about that?
Right. So yeah, I mean, as we mentioned on the AppSumo page, Hexowatch is not designed to monitor social media platforms. Two reasons. The first is that terms of service usually doesn't allow that. So we're focusing on creating a sustainable business. We're not interested in having to play a game of whack-a-mole with the big networks. The second reason is these sites usually have loads of countermeasures. So whilst it might work, we can't guarantee that it will all the time work. So you likely get false negatives, false positives, sorry. So this is why we're focusing on the use case of using Hexowatch on your own websites, your competitors, industry websites. There's a lot of potential in these types of websites.
Wonderful, thank you. The next question we have here from Jonathan, is there a limit to the number of websites that can be monitored as part of each plan? And then there's
great
a follow-up question.
Yeah, great question. No, no limits. So you're only limited by the amount of checks in your plan. So if you're on the Pro plan, you get 4,500 checks. So if you were to check a page on a monthly basis, that's potentially 4,500 domains. If you're checking, say, on a daily basis, I'm not a maths genius, but we've put the calculation on our AppSumo page, so it shows the breakdown. But yeah, no domain limits. You can use as many as you want. You only have a checks limit per month.
Awesome. Thank you. The next question, can we set up a PDF report for all monitors based on URL?
Great question and great suggestion. We'll add it to our ideas list. It's not something that I think we do. We have a export for alerts to CSV and to Google Sheets, but we don't have it in PDF. So yeah, we'll add this to our ideas list. Thank you for this cool suggestion.
Thank you. All right. Those are all of the questions that we have here today. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap us up. Sumolings, if you have not already, you can go ahead and redeem your codes for Hexowatch over at AppSumo. Right now, it is starting at $98 for a lifetime deal. And of course, it is backed by AppSumo's 60-day guarantee. So you can go ahead, get set up, play around with it, see how it works for you. And once you've done that, we do love to hear how it's going. You can go ahead and leave your reviews on the deal page. Right now, Hexowatch has a 5-star rating and 14 reviews. We love to hear what you think, so leave them there. And of course, if you have any more questions, you can leave those on the deal page as well. Thank you so much, Chris, for walking us through and telling us all about this. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Enjoy your Black Friday and
You too.
speak to you guys soon. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
You too.